What up, everybody? It's Emperor Collins, and we're playing some Judgment. Normally, when I play this, I do no commentary, but today's a little bit different. I'm gonna not be talking that much, but whatever. It's one of those games. But welcome, y'all. Give me a second and we'll start. Yeah. Alright, we gotta return to the detective agency like a boss.
You know, I kind of like this Sugiura kid.
That little compliment really won you over, huh?
It's not like I fully trust him yet, man. We scratch his back, he scratches ours. As long as that's all he wants, I'm good.
Agreed. Anyway, I'm gonna head back to the office.
Cool. Later, man.
Help. One of the gang leaders around... Wow, I can't read. One of the gang leaders around up a bunch of goons and started wreaking havoc in the streets. None of them will quit until they find you, so please don't let me get hurt. That sounds fun. I haven't upgraded my skills in a minute. Let me do that. Let's see here. Health boost, we got boost attack. Let's just do that greatly. I'm about to fight some bosses and shit. That sounds good. Leapfrog finisher, press Y while leapfrogging. Ooh. Thin wires almost never break during thumb. Okay. I like that too. Let's see, target lock. When tailing targets, easier to spot. It keeps cutting wires too quickly. I guess one thing that I don't like about this game is some of these you don't realize just make your life easier. And I'm not sure, like, I don't know, there's a lot of them, and I don't like to go through them. There's so many moves, though. Fills up your alcohol tolerance and a knockback bruise with the best of them. I don't know why that's important. Lets alcohol flow through your veins, fueling your rage. Charges up the EX gauge faster when drunk. Interesting. Takes the time to think about what you're eating, so digest poorly eating recovers an additional 10% health. I did not know that eating actually healed me in this game. take advantage of that because sometimes I just be hurt for no reason. And be looking for the only doctor in the game. Like right now. Look at my life. I guess we're gonna eat.
Hmm? Hi.
I just want some food. Points. Awesome. Keep this limited edition record. Limited edition record. Okay, raising your friendship with the locals will allow you to perform EX bonds with some of the EX bonds working with some transportation. Learn something new every day. Now we gotta look into these items, yo. And I need food. Excuse me. There's the food I just bought. Let's do the bento box. Alright. It doesn't do shit. Should I run? I'll run over there. I'll make it interesting. This threat level. Okay, buddy.
Stay down.
Armed and dangerous. So, is that it?
Hmm? Hello?
Just keep him alright.
Hmm?
Dress him. Interesting. I can't put that there. feel like I'm playing another game. Yo, that extra
Really,
damage is dope. Yes, I need to exit out of that stance. Where? Bartender. Okay. I was going down there, but now I'm going here. It's fine. Let's do it. Oh, oh. Just past where I'm going.
Hey.
New challenger versions. One detective. Watch out. Apparently, he thinks I'll be good at this. That or he's desperate. You want in? 10,000 in. Whoever guesses their occupation takes the pot. So, if we're all putting down 10k, I would make a whopping 40k. Yeah, I feel like reading right now. Don't be a buzzkill, Cloud. I thought you might actually have a shot. So, I'm making it interesting. I'll bet 50,000.
Hey.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Oh.
Hey.
Materials cheap. Design's classy too. Probably luxury brand. No way she gets the hustle dressing it. Took up drinking, but no way she works either. This game's interesting because it's like it's the most detective-y game I've played. But it kind of holds your hand through the detective's work. It's very interesting. Visual cues. Materials are cheap. Oh, we just did this. What else? There we go.
Suspicious.
There's a bold choice. If you assume she isn't super conservative. There's something that rumbled. I do hate this little something just vibrated. There you go. Maybe it's your necklace. Feel like a creep. There we go. That necklace has some sense of sound. Certainly don't come from this about it herself. She's doing just fine. Guy. And if she's here every night, chances are low. Seriously, right now. She's married, anything. That's right.
Hey.
No ring on her finger, so she's not married. Callus is what it is. She's I don't know if they're nicely manicured, probably have nails. Job. Hair's out and it's done. You clearly don't have a job. That one puts rules on you. No ring, no husband, you've just a 9-10 accessory, clearly you have money. The fact that you're here every night means you aren't working very just so impressive. I know how to classify we need a detective. Okay, right, so it could be very fluid. I'm different that she isn't short. Didn't have to notice earlier. You pay the tab with the black cotton, right? Do they really do this shit in Asia? They don't. They don't. That's rude. How much are we talking here? Patient is being offered. See his lover, doctor.
Yeah.
I just lost a lot of fucking money. I feel like all the answers were wrong.
Huh? Yeah.
So we're following her. That's not creepy.
Ah.
Close one. Following the lady. Because everyone just lost their money. She's probably just a con artist.
Isn't that...
You don't know where she's going? She better not come back this way. She probably is. Nope. Onward, Dotson. That's my cue.
Huh? Ah.
Don't get the wrong idea. A friend of mine has a little thing going at a beauty salon. You knew I was following you? How do they have that number? Yeah, I figured you would be outspread in my favor. So I need to disguise myself. There we go. That should make it harder for her to recognize me. Yo, this man just puts on a damn cap. Feel like she's gonna recognize me again.
Isn't that...
Yeah, it's me with the hat on. Yeah. Hilarious. Maybe she's an escort or a hooker. Those are my guesses. How can people not notice me? Oh, video games. The day video games get way too realistic for actual hiding and shit, or you have to do like some crazy shit. Like you didn't buy the right shit in level 1, so therefore you cannot beat the game type shit, like, or like because you didn't do something extraordinary in the first level, suddenly you're just normal. Probably when I'll stop playing video games. You didn't find that secret in level 1. Or you didn't talk to that one girl that suddenly you'd be like the head of the company because that was the CEO's boss, the daughter. That would be it for me. They're like, what? I don't even have charm. Fuck. When keeping it real goes wrong in an RPG.
lady can never be too careful.
Maybe she's a sugared baby. I will say I've never failed one of these follow missions. Full-time meat plans. I feel good about that.
Hmm?
So what is she? She's a casino girl. Hopefully she leads me to a big ass fight. 'Cause that'll be dope.
Got it.
And I have the...
Doc.
Huh?
She good?
Hey.
Whoa.
Yeah.
He's a gambler. A gambler. A gambler. I wish my luck was that good. I had a friend of mine who's really good at gambling. But me? Nah, man. It's not my jam. I do like poker. I'm shit at poker, but I do like it. Also, if you're just joining and you haven't liked this video, only if you like this video, please like this video. If you're new to the page and haven't subscribed yet,
Guess we're
please
doing this.
subscribe. I will ask politely by kicking these dudes' asses. Smile, please subscribe, dance
Really, guys?
for judgment. There it was. I hope that was good enough for everyone. Only if you're a non-subscriber. If you already subscribed to this channel, that dance was not for you. This one is.
Nice choice. choice.
This dance is for you. See how I just beat 2 people
What a waste.
in your honor? That was for my subscribers. You get more of that if you subscribe. Just so you know. There's way more traffic in here than I remember.
You don't give up, do you?
Yes, that's what this threat level shows. This guy needs to die so you can drop the shit. There we go. There we go. Oh. Dead. That's what you get. Those motherfuckers wanted a contact fire. Lucky I didn't have one. Oh wait, I did in fist form in a pipe. Botch. What would you do for a contact fire? Oh yeah, Grandma. Get out my way, dog. I'm about to go up to my place. I might rest, I'm not sure. I really don't get night and day hours in this game.
That'll do
I
it.
don't know why they do make us do that when they tell us what Casey is. Maybe it's like an interactive thing. I don't know. Make you feel immersed or some
Hello?
shit.
Yagami-san. This is Sari.
What's up, Saori-san? You don't usually call me.
I haven't been able to reach Shintani-sensei. It keeps going to voicemail. He hasn't picked up since he left the office after talking to you.
Mm-hmm. And?
Didn't you say the Kyorei clan was after him?
Yeah, he'll be fine. I just wanted to give him a scare.
Okay, still. Could you try him for me? Sometimes he ignores my calls. Maybe he'll pick up for you.
Are you sure we're talking about the same guy? But I might as well. Can't hurt to try.
Don't hurt to try. Somebody left their phone in my spot.
Hi, Shintani here.
Hey, Shintani-sensei, it's Tak. Where are you?
You've
Damn.
reached the voicemail box of the one and only Masamichi Shintani, Genda Law Office's finest attorney.
Shintani.
Leave your legal troubles after the beep.
Damn. They got to homeboy. And suddenly we're on the next chapter.
The Tojo clan is struck by Kyorei clan gunfire. Kamurocho's disarray only spreads wider.
Catch y'all up to speed. For those of y'all just
On the
tuning in.
surface, the diagram resembles a Yakuza turf war. But in the shadows are glimpses of a construction firm and political
These character
influence.
models are dope though, I'm not gonna lie.
and in Yagami's own shadow. The mole's sharp claws claim yet another victim.
What do you mean he's dead? Didn't you just say everything would be okay?
Stay calm, Sari-san. I'm just as shocked as you. But I think the mole is responsible.
Have you contacted the police?
No, not yet.
You should do that right away then.
Do you think you could make the call, Sari-san?
What?
I need time to check things out before the cops show up and take over. Please.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm about to get all detective and shit. He's not smelly, so he's probably just died.
Uh-huh. Suspicious. What the?
Early, so definitely on his body. Quickest way to find him, call him again. A ringtone, lead straight to it. Alright, here we go. Just listen close.
Suspicious.
Maybe this phone's in here too. No, my phone coming from closer. Shoes?
Suspicious.
It's right there. There it is. Inside this phone. Take a closer look. Stop the investigation. What you need to know, boss? You let it known. That didn't make no damn sense. Who was he talking to? Who was he talking to?
We received a call from the Genda Law Office.
You got here fast, Detective Kuroiwa.
Shintani, huh?
Yeah.
His name has been coming up a lot lately. He's the reason Hamura walked, after all. Perhaps you couldn't stand his newfound fame so you often.
Damn.
I heard you two weren't exactly on good terms.
Do you greet everyone by accusing them of murder? Guess that's just how cops like you operate.
Forensics will be here soon. We will need you present as a resident of the property. After that, we'll need some time to investigate.
How long?
You'll have to find somewhere else to stay tonight at the very least.
I don't have money for that.
Yet you can afford bribing a cop. Fire-based sources aren't even that reliable.
Don't know what you mean.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
She needs to calm the fuck down. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, sorry. I had to wait around for the cops to get here. Is Genda-sensei still at the office?
Yes, he wants to talk to you about Shintani. As do I. Hoshino too.
Okay, I'll head over now. See you soon.
Let's get going. Kick some ass on the way. I guess I can went somewhere else to cause trouble, but at this point the damage has already been done. Scores of innocent people are at slow this. I think you should help out your fellow townspeople next time. Oh, I need you to go somewhere to deal with that? Whoops, why is this so big? How big this cone is the same size as me. It's weird. That woman just got kicked in the face, but you know what's gonna happen. She got decked, homie. Yeah, she got decked. That's funny.
And stay down.
She got decked. Alright, so we are going to report to Brenda at the law firm, which is up here. We made it out this bitch. Alright. Here we are.
I know you've had a rough night, Yagami. But if you're up to it, can you tell us what happened?
Saori-san was having trouble getting in touch with Shintani. So I decided to give him a call myself, see what the deal was. But when I dialed him up, I heard the phone ringing in my closet. Shintani was killed the same way as all the others.
The others? Do you mean his eyes were...
Gouged out, yeah. But Shintani's beef was with the Kyorei clan. Why would the mole target him?
I'm not so sure. It sounded like he knew something when you talked earlier.
Right.
Think this is some kind of Yakuza pissing contest, do ya? Come on. The mole is way bigger than you know.
He probably knew more about the mole than I did. And his source had to have been Hamura. Maybe they killed him to keep their secret safe.
But why did he have to put Shintani-sensei's body in your office?
Not sure. Maybe to harass me? Maybe to scare me off their trail? Maybe both.
Yagami. You might want to lay low for a bit. It's not safe for you here. Get out of town. Go somewhere quiet. If the mole comes after you next...
Right. I'll do just that, Genda-sensei.
You know, I watched over Shintani since his first day as a lawyer. Kid had a good head on his shoulders, and a knack for the job I could never compete with. But he didn't have the guts to succeed when push came to shove. Not the most persistent lawyer I've seen. Even so, he looked up to me. Guess I took it for granted. Thought he'd always be part of the team.
When I first joined, Shintani-sensei was the one who showed me the ropes. He was a reliable man.
Thanks for this, Yagami. Come on, Sari-kun. I'll walk you to the station.
Sure.
Feel free to stay here tonight, Yagami.
I appreciate it.
What about you, Hoshino-kun?
I think I'll work a little more before I head home.
If you say so. Good night.
Good night, boss. Make yourself at home, Yaga. You've been here.
I got a new home in this bitch.
Yagami-san.
Sure, what's up?
Well, it's about Shintani-sensei. Yagami-san, I know you just told Genda-sensei you're gonna lay low, but that's not true, is it? You want to keep hunting down this killer.
And if I said yes?
Don't worry, I won't tell Genda-sensei. But in return... I want to help you. Look for the mole, that is. I won't slow you down. I promise.
Looking to avenge Shintani, huh?
He wasn't as strong as he let on.
Whenever people tell you they
The
won't
tough guy
do
act
something,
was a
they
mask
will
he wore
most
to hide
likely
his
do
insecurities.
that one thing they say they
Deep
won't.
down, he was just weak. That's why he was going along with Hamura, not because he wanted to. I mean, who can say no to a Yakuza? And now look how it turned out. I was sitting right next to him this whole time. Yet there was nothing I could do to help. You know, I'm still young. I don't even know what kind of lawyer I want to be. Criminal? Civil? Not the slightest idea. But I know one thing. I don't want to be the kind of lawyer who sits on his hands after his friend gets murdered. Which means...
Are you sure about this, Hoshino? Genda-sensei told me to lay low. If you're seen helping me...
Don't worry about that. I'll defend myself in court if I need to. Now, Yagami-san, do you mind if I tag along?
You'll just tell Genda-sensei if I refuse, huh?
Yeah, you got that right.
Not much choice then. Welcome aboard.
Glad to be working with you.
Taking everybody out
Well,
this law
let's get
firm
down
that
to
he used to work
business.
for.
First
Be
off,
pissed if I
I
was
want
the
to know what
boss.
Shintani was doing before he died. And I have some evidence that may tell us just that. Shintani dialed this number earlier today. I want to know where it goes.
Right, that makes sense. It's a good thing the killer forgot to take Shintani's phone, huh? This way we can see who he was calling.
The killer didn't forget. Even if the phone was gone, we'd still be able to get Shintani's data from his provider.
Really? I had no idea.
Yep. I bet he left the phone so I'd find the body quicker.
Huh?
I mean, he went through the trouble of hiding it in my office of all places. Probably wanted to cause as much chaos as possible, you know?
Hey, the number got a hit in the search. It's apparently for the, Advanced Drug Development Center?
What the hell?
What, do you know it?
3 years ago, there was a pretty famous murder there. A patient was killed, and their body dumped in the mountains. And the man they arrested for it was named Shinpei Okubo.
Okubo. Wait, he was your client, wasn't he?
He worked as a contract laundryman for the center. Every 2 or 3 days, he'd stop by to pick up their dirty linens. According to the police report, it was thought he carried the body out in a bundle of sheets.
Right. And you defended him in court and won. But then he got free and...
You can stop there.
But why would Shintani-sensei have called the ADDC? Who would he even talk to?
I bet we'll find out if we give them a ring. But it's getting late. You should go home. We both need some shut-eye, yeah?
Yeah, we can start fresh tomorrow.
Oh, right. We want to keep this a secret from Genda-sensei after all. There's an arcade called Charles up on Park Boulevard. That should work for now.
Okay. I'll let Kaito-san know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a whole little ex-gang member, a gang member, a young kid who is a lawyer already. We done making it. super team out her.
Hmm?
I guess he's not, since you're making me look for him.
Excuse me.
Hmm?
Say what?
Excuse me.
Shake it. What the fuck is this? Much better. Glad to hear it, old timer. What was that? I was covered in subject. What? Technically speaking, it's a medical subject. Expects. Oh, jeez, you're off the top of that. Oh yeah, every minute just myself. I'm make the market extracts. That's why people call me the Hermit of Dragons. Okay, friend of that.
This is Yagami.
My pharmacy is on the 4th floor. Yes. Huh. Pharmacy on the 4th floor of the hotel in Dragon's Face.
Hmm.
Ah!
Now we fight. Well, this guy's twins?
This again?
Okay. That's it. I failed. What the hell? What this good?
Yagami-san.
Hmm?
Ah!
Extract. Extra typically in Genie with one form or power. Another. Your starters just under extract. We found an recovery. Didn't lose. I guess it's tutorial for extracts. Huge ass bench. Just swinging. Benches. All day, every day.
Yep. Excuse me. Huh? Hmm? Excuse me. Guess we're doing this.
Let's finish this!
And stay down. Sugiura.
Kaito-san told me you'd be here. Don't forget about me next time, yeah?
I wish you'd fucking forget about me. Is there a reason your little gang needs to keep meeting up here?
It's so nice of you to let us use your store, Higashi-san. Especially when you're clearly so opposed to the idea.
Don't talk down to Yakuza, kid.
It's okay, Higashi-san. I think we all know you're nicer than you let on.
What the hell?
Damn, and you're braver than you look, Hoshino-kun. You got the skills to back it up?
Just a third-degree black belt.
Huh?
Not that I've ever had to use it.
Well, I'll call this meeting to order.
Sure. I'll do the honors. Masamichi Shintani of the Genda Law Office has been murdered. Given that his eyes were gouged out, it's likely the mole was responsible. And I'll need all of your help to track him down.
The ADDC, huh? Weird time for that to come up again.
Again? It's come up before?
We can talk about that later. What's important now is Shintani called them before he was killed.
I think I remember them being in the news a lot last year. Something about a new drug that could win a Nobel.
Yeah, here it is.
The ADDC's research into AD9, leading to the gathering of reporters from both Japan and abroad.
It's a brand new dementia drug. They call it AD9. This was right after Director Kido from the... They're still undergoing clinical trials on larger animals, but apparently every single mouse they've given it to has made a full recovery.
With
The man giving the presentation here is Dr. Ryusuke, a world leader in neurophysiology and the primary researcher on AD.
He's the one who showed me around the center when I was looking into Okubo. Guess he's been the director for a while.
From what I can tell, the Ministry of Health is increasing the They're even adding another building to the center.
Damn good deal, eh?
I'm still not getting it, though. Why Shintani go...
That's what we're about to find out. And there's only...
Come on! Can't just take a man's phone.
First off, we'll need to figure out who Shintani was...
Yeah, but how are we gonna do that over the phone?
I suppose that all depends on your acting skills, Detective Yagami.
ADDC,
Hi there, ma'am. This is... This is Masamichi Shintani. I'm a lawyer from the Genda Law Office.
No, it's good to hear from you, Shintani-sama.
Could you put me through to the same person I spoke to yesterday?
Do you know the extension you wish to reach?
Oh, it sort of slipped my mind, sorry. Can you maybe look into the transfer history?
Why don't you just tell me what the call was about, and I'll connect you to the proper department.
Oh, in that case... It was about 89, the drug that can supposedly cure dementia.
Sorry, but I'm not authorized to talk about that. Why don't I connect you with our publicity department?
Sure.
Please hold, sir.
Doesn't sound like you're making much progress.
Thank you for waiting.
Yes?
It seems our publicity department never received a call from a Shintani-sama.
I see. Thank you anyway. No way this happens over the phone. It'll be faster to just head over there myself.
You think that's gonna work?
Not sure, but I know the director, remember? Worst case scenario, I come back empty-handed.
I'll come with you, Yagami-san.
Okay, me and Nagashi will go check out what's going on with the Matsugane family. Shouldn't be tough with Hamura out of the picture.
Hey, I don't remember saying I was gonna help you.
By the way, Yagami-san, whatever happened to that guy from 3 years ago? Shinpei Okubo.
He's in the detention center. Been there since they gave him his death sentence.
Have you ever gone to see him, Yagami-san?
No. Why would I? Why do you ask anyway?
I don't know. I was wondering what he was like. The case got tons of news coverage, you know. I was also wondering what you thought about the case. I mean, did you really think that he was innocent?
Probably.
But then he walked and killed his girlfriend. You defended him for that too, yeah?
Yep.
Did you believe him then too?
He kept saying the same thing. But I didn't believe him, no. Fighting for him in court made me...
Do you think he deserves the death penalty?
That's enough of the questions, Sugiura.
Well, my bad. Was that too far?
Nah.
If you say so.
You're heading to the ADDC. I'm gonna grab a taxi for us. Over here, Yagami-san. I have a taxi for us.
Excuse me.
Him again. We gonna do this side mission for this hat again. Yes, I am chasing a wig that they call a hat. It's really strange.
Wait a sec.
Chase this kid?
Wait a sec.
Chasing kids now. I did that.
Wait a sec.
Why? What are you doing? Why does this kid want it? Damn it. This kid is. Don't trip over cones. There it is.
Wait a sec. Give it up already.
Child.
What?
Back to normal with his hair. Oh, shall we? I have to go back to the cab because I just went across the city for this dude's hair.
You asshole.
Pretty fast. Lightning, thunder, where it's at.
Really, guys?
Let's go.
I've heard a bit about this place before. But the ADDC, isn't it just one part of a larger organization? If I recall correctly, they call it the Medical Institute. Is that accurate?
Yeah. They own every last inch of this campus.
It's incredible. Even with all these buildings, they're still getting budget to expand from that new drug. So? Is it the same as you remember?
Yeah.
Huh? Don't go too far ahead! Yagami-san!
What are you all shaken up for? Calm down. Just stick with me and you'll be fine. Got that, Yagami?
Yagami-san! Try not to just ditch me, okay? Is something wrong?
It's just... After 3 years, it still looks the same.
Huh?
Almost like time itself has stopped.
Yagami-san.
Come on. Front desk's over there.
Do you have an appointment, sir?
I don't, sorry. My name is Hoshino, from the Genda Law Office. This is my partner, Yagami. We're here to talk about a murder that took place in Kamurocho.
A murder?
A coworker of ours, named Shintani.
We have a record that he called this center before he was killed.
Huh?
We're hoping you can help us track down exactly who he spoke.
I'm very sorry, sir, but I can't provide such...
Well, could I at least talk to Director Kido instead? He's an old friend of mine. Just let him know Yagami stopped by, to say hello.
I don't think that'll be necessary. Look over there.
Gentlemen, I really don't know what else you want from me. I have nothing more to say. I've told the police all that I know.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about all this, Director. Problem is, my partner here won't give it a rest till he sees the scene of the crime. But I'm sure we'll be leaving soon.
That's not what we agreed upon. You know this isn't about how long it takes.
And what about Okubo? I take it he's still not fessed up.
No, not quite as of yet, sir. But we all saw where the body was. Exactly where he said it would be.
Quite true. Not much point in fighting this now. The Minister has made it clear that he wants it resolved soon as well. Just look at how much trouble one contractor has caused.
Sorry, which minister? I didn't know about this, sir.
The Health Minister. It's all his call how much funding we get.
Director, if I may, if you would just direct me to the scene of the crime, I could head over there myself. I'll be out of your hair in no time, I assure you.
I'd rather you didn't wander on your own. So instead, she can show you. Terasawa-kun, these gentlemen here are Shintani-sensei and,
Yagami.
It's a pleasure. I hope I can help you find what you need.
Well, with that, I'll be taking my leave.
Thank you again, Director. Apologies for all the trouble.
This way. I can show you how to get to Waku-san's room.
Who's Waku-san?
The guy who died in his room?
Oh, yeah. And you are... Terasawa-san, huh? Wow, you're young. And a looker to boot.
Can we keep this professional?
Huh?
Nice try, Shintani-sensei.
Not the friendliest girl in town, huh?
We're not exactly welcome guests here.
After I busted my ass to pass the bar, I always figured I'd have my pick of the ladies.
Right this way, please. Straight ahead is the ADDC's general ward. Waku-san's room is on the 4th floor.
This was the room assigned to Wako-san.
What's down there?
That's the research wing, where they develop all our new drugs.
Oh.
You can't get in without a gold key card, though. Not even I have one.
Gold, huh?
I suppose because it's the heart of the center's operations.
Huh. Sounds like it's a whole nother world back there. Security like that must be a bitch. Come on, Yagami.
Before he died, Waku-san spent most of his time in here.
And when was he admitted?
2 years ago. With Alzheimer's.
Some kind of dementia, right?
Alzheimer's is a neurodegenerative disease that leads to dementia, yes. In fact,
So, they're one and the same. Anyway, do what you gotta do, Yagami.
What the? Has anyone else slept here since Waku-san?
Nobody.
And Waku-san was missing from his...
That's right.
So, he was murdered here, then carried out...
I can't say for sure.
Hey, the window's sealed shut. There's no way Waku-san could have escaped through here. What the? All the rooms have windows like this, right? It seems like people would notice if something was going on in here.
Well, we only have so many employees in this ward. The halls stay fairly busy, but it's mostly dementia patients moving between...
You got all you need from here, yeah?
I think so. You can definitely see what's going on from out here. Shintani-sensei, can you lay on the bed for me?
I guess so. Care to join me, Terasawa-san? What do you got to lose? It was a joke.
So from this vantage point, you can't make out the person's face.
So, was this the colossal waste of time I knew it'd be?
Nope. I got something I'd only get from being here.
Does it matter? It's been days. Case is practically closed. Shinpei Okubo is guilty as hell.
Well, according to him, he's not.
Of course that's what he says. Consider the facts, though, man. You want to review the case?
You can't see the person's face from the hallway.
You want to review?
Sure. Let's go over what we know.
Whatever you want. All right. Our victim was the patient staying in this room at 8:30 a.m. on the morning of the crime, given Waku, but after being unable to track him down.
Right.
You know what a dementia patient's like, though. Hard to imagine. The only conclusion, then, was that somebody must have taken, after inspecting all the cars that came in and out of the center, a laundryman by the name of Shinpei Okubo. It didn't take much prodding for Okubo to confess, and lo and behold, 3 months after Waku disappeared, the cops found his cause of death was most likely suffocation. Any objections to this so far?
Actually, yeah. You're forgetting something.
And what's that?
Okubo-kun insists he didn't kill anyone. All he admits to is dumping the body.
Oh, but come on, Yagami. Guy's got a history of assault, and it's on record. Roughed up.
Right, but that was over 6 years ago. He was just a kid. Got drunk, made a huge mistake.
And what? It's okay for a kid to hit a woman?
Of course not. But that's not what he's on.
True.
I don't condone what he did. But legally, committing one crime doesn't mean you're guilty of another.
Fine. But what about Okubo's shaky alibi? He said he left the center at 10 a.m. after grabbing the sheets from the general. Claimed Waku-san's corpse somehow got loaded into his truck. Who's gonna believe garbage like that?
If anyone should, it's his lawyers.
We're meeting with Okubo after. You should just be honest with him. Tell him the case is unwinnable.
Are you two done here?
Yep. Can you show us the garage next? The one where Okubo... The service entrance, I think it was. That's the only other place we'll need to see today.
We'll need to take an elevator down there. Follow me.
Follow me. Hey, Yagami. You're never gonna last if you keep taking cases like this. Criminal suits are a constant test of your conviction, your sense of justice. They don't even pay that well.
Careful who you say that around.
Look, just chill out, okay? Take it from me. I've been around the block way longer than you have. Looks like a regular old garage to me.
You'd make it out with no problem if you put a body into your truck down here. It's quiet.
It is.
Hey, Yagami, check this out. These are the carts they use to collect sheets and linens. Day of the crime, Okubo was all over the hospital with one of these things. Would have been simple for him to sneak a body in there and cart it right out.
Maybe so. Where was Okubo parked on the day of the incident?
Oh, the truck was parked here, with the back facing...
I see.
DNA evidence from the victim. That's proof enough that the body was there. When they confronted Okubo, he flat out admitted it.
There was evidence that the body was in Okubo's truck. When was Waku-san last seen?
Just before 8 a.m. on the day of the crime.
Yeah, 7:50 to be precise. An ADDC scientist will be testifying to that. He claims he saw him nice and cozy in his bed.
I see. Can we talk to this witness?
I tried to get an appointment, but they shut me down. Said they don't want us interfering with their research anymore.
They're not willing to make an exception this once?
This isn't an issue you want to push, Yagami. Worst case scenario, you...
All right. Anyway, the victim was last seen at 7:50.
That's right. Breakfast is at 8 o'clock, so the patients who can walk on their own gather in the break room. But on the day of his disappearance, 8:30 came and went.
You thought you'd find him quickly. Didn't exactly turn out that way.
Right.
Got that, Yagami? Here, Let's go over some more detail. What we know is, Waku was taken out of his room sometime between 7:50 when he was last seen, and 8:30 when everyone noticed he was gone. During that 40-minute span, somebody suffocated Waku and stuffed him into the laundry bin. Nobody suspected there was a body in the cart. And the only clear culprit was Okubo, the man in charge of the laundry. To further back this up, DNA evidence from Waku was found in Okubo's truck. Then when the police questioned Okubo, he confessed to burying the body in the mountains of Okutama. 3 months after the crime, Waku's corpse was finally found. With me? This thing's airtight, Yagami. I know you're getting into this, but come on. Just give it up already. You don't have a chance.
Even though Okubo says he's innocent, I promised him we'd do everything we could.
Not my problem. You shouldn't make promises you can't keep.
Fine, then I'll do it alone. You don't have to be involved.
Even if I'm not, the loss will hurt Genda-sensei's reputation.
I'm sorry, but our client says he's innocent. I can't back down from this.
Fine. I'll be in the lobby.
If you like, I could take you to see Waku-san's room again.
You don't mind? That would be great.
Are you finished?
Yeah, I've seen what I...
How long will Okubo-san's sentence be?
Huh?
If he's found guilty, that is.
Probably 10 years, maybe more. It's hard to say for sure.
And what if he confesses? Would they shorten his sentence?
Well, at the very least, it'd make a better impression than insisting he didn't do it.
But you're still going to push an innocent plea? Even though Okubo-san is the one who'll suffer for it?
If he's really not guilty, he won't have to. I'll win. But to be perfectly honest, this is my first criminal case.
What?
Civil cases have been a mixed bag for me, too. I've actually lost more than I've won.
Is that so?
Apparently, a smart lawyer would never even consider an innocent plea in this case. Guess it's a good thing that I'm not so smart then, because I honestly believe I can win. Terasawa-san, were you close to Okubo-kun?
I spoke to him pretty often, yes. I would see him around the ward all the time.
And what did you think of him? Did he seem like the kind of guy who'd do something like this?
I'm sorry. The director told us not to say too much.
Wait! If you know anything that can help, just get in touch, okay? I'll do whatever it takes to set Okubo-kun free. But I can't do it alone. Just give it some thought, Terasawa-san. Just now, we went to the ADDC. Thought I should have a look at things with my own eyes.
And how did it go?
There's no chance you walk. You're practically a lost cause.
Hey!
Yagami-sensei, is that what you think?
It's like this, Okubo. You tell me you're innocent, and I'll fight to the end. I really have nothing to lose by helping you out.
It's just like I told you. Whoever did it is framing me.
On the day of the crime, You were in the general ward at the ADDC, yes? Starting at 8 a.m., you went around to each room and gathered the linens.
Yes. Nobody would dispute that.
And after that, you covered Wakusan's nose and mouth, suffocated him, and then carted him out in a laundry bin.
That's not true. Wakusan wasn't there when I went into his room. I didn't see him at all that day. You have to believe me.
And I do. So when you went down to leave the center at 10 a.m. after gathering the linens, you realized there was a body hidden in the truck.
Yes. That's what happened.
Then, after debating whether or not to report the body, you chose to hide it in the mountains.
I had a criminal assault on my record. I knew the police would have suspected me if I went to them.
Aren't you forgetting the bad blood you had with Wakusan?
Huh?
Bad blood? What are you talking about?
3 days before the murder, Wakusan claimed Okubo-kun here punched him and stole his wallet. They told me all about it at the center.
When did you even ask?
While you were busy chatting up Terasawa-chan. Even if I bitch about it, I'm still damn good at my job.
Well, Okubo-kun, did you take his wallet, or...?
Not quite. They call it delusion of theft. It's a symptom of dementia. You think something's been stolen from you, then blame the first person you see. Not the easiest thing to deal with, right? Someone accuses you of theft for no reason? Must have been a shock. So when Wakusan tried to hit you, you just about hit him back.
But I didn't hit him.
No. You murdered him.
I wouldn't kill a man over something like that.
Ah. I wish I could believe you, pal. Come on, Okubo-kun. You got a record of violence.
It wasn't me. I swear. Somebody set me up. Please, you have to believe me. Whoever did this is laughing at all of us right now.
Calm down.
Yagami-sensei, do you believe me?
I do.
Okay. Then next time, come alone.
Fine. I can take a hint. You and Yagami-sensei can cuddle up all you want.
Hey, you know that nurse, Terasawa-san? Cute girl. Sounded like she was worried about you. Bet you'd have a chance with her once you get out of here.
I don't know. If you'll excuse me.
So Shintani just left you hanging, huh? He's gotta learn some damn patience.
Maybe
Not much,
so.
sir.
But
How
this
you
is my
doing?
case now. I can handle it myself.
Huh. Okay.
Yagami-san.
Hmm?
Have you seen Mafia lately?
Where's this coming from?
She's just not that great with men. I suggest you be more assertive.
Right. Okay.
Thanks for stopping by the way.
You mean that friend of yours, Saori-kun? She's got Shintani all riled up. Said he'd have been nicer to you if he knew you had friends who looked like her. Jackass.
Hey, nothing's official yet, guys. Regardless, keep it on the down low, okay?
Yet? That word says more than you think.
Alright. Oh shit. I can't leave.
Mafia-kun's a prosecutor, right? Isn't it kind of taboo for her to date a defense attorney?
Can we not do this?
Either way, guess the Okubo case comes first. We're pleading innocent, yeah?
That's the plan.
What is your plan here? This isn't gonna be an easy win.
Well, I'm working on that. There's one piece of evidence that still bothers me.
Yeah? And what's that?
It's the hospital room the victim was staying in. This is the last place Wakusan was seen before he disappeared. The window doesn't open, so the only way out is through the door. No one saw him leave, though, even though there are always people in the halls. And the only one who entered the room was Okubo with his laundry cart.
Hey, I don't want to be a downer, but doesn't that point to Okubo being the killer?
Well, that's not my point, though. The evidence I showed you is...
That evidence won't win you the case.
What the hell's your problem?
Was that Shintani?
I think so.
Get back here!
That bastard. Oh, was eavesdropping.
Got hemmed up?
What the hell?
I tried to stop him, but... he pulled a...
Hey! Wait up!
We're chasing mysterious people now.
You won't get away. Hold up.
God. Oh, really? Totally pressed that.
You won't get away.
Give a fuck about your cars?
A woman?
Help! Someone help me!
Aren't you Terasawa-san?
Let me...
We got a groper out here? Not on my watch, you son of a bitch!
I'm about to beat your ass. You can tell it's in the past with my lifeline. It's just like low as fuck. Low as fuck lifeline. Eat that bitch. So he's just always been good at kicking people's asses.
Can all lawyers fight like that?
Did you really need to run away like that? I assume you came to see me.
There was something I wanted to talk to you about, yes. But I wasn't sure if I should. Then that pig-headed friend of yours started shouting, so I just lost it.
Okay, but did you have to tase him? Not that he didn't have it coming. Anyway, I'm listening if you want to talk. No matter what it is, I'll keep your secret. Anything you tell me will fall under client attorney privilege.
Well, you know the witness who last saw Waku-san? Said he saw him sleeping in his bed.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Baby bars.
That witness is he's one of the scientists at the ADDC. Not only that, but he's the director's right hand.
This is him?
Yes. He's a very dedicated doctor, but something felt off when I heard what he had to say about them.
And what's that?
I guess I'm just skeptical as to whether or not he actually saw Waku-san. I don't think he's intentionally deceiving us, but he may be mistaken somehow. And if I had to guess, I'd say the other nurses feel the same.
Still, why hasn't anyone mentioned this until now?
How could we? Nurses talk. That's not something a nurse could do without consequence.
None of you would testify?
Maybe the...
Yeah?
I think Okubo-san is innocent.
Oh, really? Sounds like I've...
I'm currently employed as a researcher at the Advanced Drug Development Center. Part of our research consists of clinical tests. On the day of the crime, I was making my usual rounds through the ward.
Show enough.
And what time was that?
Around 7:50?
You're sure?
Yes, the patients eat breakfast at precisely 8 o'clock. I always head to the break room myself, right around then, too.
This break room, to be precise?
That's correct. Our more mobile patients walk there for breakfast instead of eating in their own rooms. Then, while the nurses help the patients eat, I ask about how they feel and how the medicine is treating them.
And on the day of Waku-san's disappearance, you passed by his room before going to the break room?
Yes.
And in that room, you saw Waku-san lying on the bed?
Yes.
Can you describe the situation to us?
The door has a window, so you can see into the room from the hallway.
And this is the room you're referring to, yes?
That's correct. From where I was standing in the hallway, he was asleep, with a blanket covering...
And what time was that?
Around...
No further questions.
You can't see that dude's head, though. How do you know these people are alive?
Yagami-sensei. She actually asked to testify. Is that a problem?
Not really, no.
Terasawa-san, you were present for Shono-san's testimony.
Yes.
And what is your opinion?
For a scientist, I felt his wording was rather imprecise. And as a medical professional, I felt his actions were negligent.
Could I ask you to be a little more
Some
specific?
big words.
Our witness, Shono-san, claims he saw Waku-san sleeping in his bed during his morning rounds. However, there's no way he could have known that just by looking in from the hallway.
I have evidence supporting Terasawa-san's testimony. Take a look at this, if you would.
And this is?
Well, it's an important piece of evidence, but the truly vital part is what I'm going...
Fuck that. This is it.
Please look at this. It's a photograph of the victim's room as viewed. In other words, this is what Shono-san would have seen when he checked in on Waku-san.
It's funny because you're not allowed to have cell phones in the courtroom to this day. He wouldn't have been able to pull that up on no TV.
Waku-san was already dead when Shono-san went to check on him.
What are you implying?
At the time, the defendant hadn't yet collected the linens. In fact, he hadn't even arrived at the ADDC. Meaning, Okubo-san could not have been the murderer.
Assuming that's true, then, why did he go through the trouble of hiding Waku-san's body in his laundry cart?
Huh? Well, depending on how you look at it.
Please. You know this is a court of law, don't you?
Sorry, let me start over. Our witness, Shono-san, claims he saw Waku-san sleep. However, I'm not convinced that's actually...
There's no way Shona could have checked on Waku. And this proved it.
Take a look at this, if you would.
And this is?
I don't know what to do.
Take a look at this.
And this
Take a look at this, if you would.
And this is?
Well... Take a look at this.
And this is?
Well, it's an... Please look at this. It's a photograph of the victims. In other words...
I started over. See, I didn't...
The murderer was already... What are you... He then killed Wakus. After that, he used a laundry cart to carry...
But there was only one person seen taking a laundry, and that's Okubo-san himself. Are you saying...
Huh?
Please.
Sorry, our witness. However,
okay.
Please, it's a photograph. In other... Shono-san, excuse what he saw from the door. He couldn't have been able to identify. So to claim as much in his testimony seems like quite an
But common sense would dictate otherwise, would it not? Who?
The staff nurses are trained to always enter a room. In Waku-san's case, it's impossible to tell anything just by looking in from the hallway. There was actually one time a while back where we thought he was only to find Waku-san eating in the break room a second later.
Because I didn't know the
On
dude's name
re-examining the
before
room,
me.
we realized that we had
Whoops.
mistaken a bunched up...
The witness makes an... The prosecution asserts that that the victim was taken out of his room at some point between... They claim that because of this time frame, the defendant must have smuggled Waku-san's body. But if Shono-san's testimony is invalid, as the defense, we have to consider the possibility that Waku-san was taken in the middle of the night, when nobody else... After which, the killer could have waited until the morning to plant the body in... In other words, the defense establishes that there is reasonable doubt that Okubo-san is the killer, rendering the prosecution's... Your Honor, taking this new testimony into account, I'd like to call Shono-san back to the stand.
Alright.
Shono-san.
Yes?
I'll get right to the... On the day of the crime, what did you see when you looked into Waku?
I saw Waku-san.
And did you get a clear look at his face?
I...
So it's possible that it could have been someone other than Waku. Or maybe even a pillow that you mistook to be... Isn't that right?
Objection! The defense is...
Sustained.
Shono-san, can you say without it... Then the defense rests. But I do have a quick remark.
Huh?
The charges against my client stem from your assertion that he's assuming the crime took place within the stated time. However, the defense has proven without a doubt that Shono-san's testimony is unreliable, establishing reasonable doubt for my client. I would suggest then that you withdraw the charges against my client. With such inconclusive evidence, you'll only be wasting the court's...
The prosecution does not consider the witness. His memory of the incident may be fuzzy, yes, but that doesn't change that he's...
So, your whole case is based on a fuzzy memory?
This Dr. Shono is a bright and diligent... After watching his own grandmother develop dementia, after paying his own way through medical school, day after day, Dr. Shono visits his sick patients out of the kind, leading to his valiant testimony here today. If you want to know whether I trust this man, then my answer is a resounding yes.
Is that the sum of it? Because from here, it sounds like you're putting your faith in Shono-san's title.
The prosecution is not as easily swayed as you think. And you want to talk reputation? What of your client's history? 6 years ago, the defendant broke his girlfriend's finger. The poor girl is still suffering from... And the cause? A minor... Now, fast Waku-san, suspecting the defendant of stealing... Given the clearly violent nature of Okubo-san here, that alone would be motivation.
Is something wrong, ma'am? Please remain seated while court is in... Terasawa-san?
Uh-oh.
Okubo-san is not a violent person. And he hasn't even had a drink in over 6 years. Not a single drop since the incident.
My court will not stand for this commotion.
He didn't blame Waku-san at all. He knew that the outburst was just caused by his dementia. That it was all the sickness's fault. So there was no reason for him to resort to murder.
Terasawa-san, please.
Okubo-san really is an incredible, caring person.
Please leave this courtroom at once.
You're right that he may be hard to approach, but he's a kind soul, and he always keeps his promises. Okubo-san's not the only person in this courtroom who would be affected by a guilty verdict, either. As a matter of fact, it would break my heart.
Tell him, girl.
And even through it all, he wanted me to keep this a secret, not to tell anyone, not even his lawyer, that we were dating.
Why would you do that in court?
Even though he knew he could have ended up in prison, making sure I was safe was the only thing in the world he cared about. That's just who he is. But when the prosecution has already decided he's a criminal, how could he possibly be given a fair trial?
Why would you do that in court?
Her little outburst wasn't technically admissible. But as the trial dragged on, it hung over the jury like a stone. And in the end, Shinpei Okubo was found not guilty. But only a month after his release, everything changed. The same girl who had so bravely proclaimed Okubo's innocence died by the man's own hand.
Dude.
Hi.
Something wrong?
No, it's nothing, Vice Minister.
But...
No, that's that
I haven't
dude lied
seen
at
you
the
in about
stand.
3 years, Kido-san. I see you're still the director.
You look familiar, but I can't quite place the name. I seem to recall you looking sharper.
I'm a detective based in Kamurocho now. The name's Yagami.
Ah, I remember now. You're the reason Terasawa-kun's no longer with us.
Damn.
Remember, Shono?
Okubo-san was unstoppable. If only my testimony had been better.
Shono-san, right?
Does it matter? What brings you here anyway?
I'm investigating a murder, and I'll need your cooperation with it. Just like old times.
Yes, I see. Yes. Thank you. It does seem we received a phone call from this Shintani-san.
I knew this game had
Do you know who he was calling?
more cutscenes than
Dr.
Metal Gear
Shono.
Solid.
The same
I might not have
Shono-san you were
gotten
just
it.
with?
But it is a good game.
Yes. However, it's unclear as to what the point of the call was. Shono was away from his desk at the time, you see, and Shintani-san didn't leave a message.
You have no idea what he wanted to talk about?
None. Shono says he doesn't know a Shintani-san and sees no reason.
Oh, really?
Shono and I co-authored the research paper on AD9. We're quite well. Sometimes complete strangers pretend to be, perhaps Shintani-san fell into that category.
Have you heard of the mole murders taking place in Kamurocho, Dr. Kidd? 3 Yakuza, each one with their eyes gouged out. It's a grisly. Shintani was killed in the same way.
I've seen the news.
Can you think of anything tying the ADDC to those murders?
Huh? Look, I believe we're done here. There's nothing I can help you with. Who are you?
Why so snappy?
Detective Kuroiwa, Kamuro Police. Organized. One of your guests here has information related. That would be you.
Hmm?
I'd like to speak to you as a material witness to the murder of the lawyer Masamichi.
Is that so?
The mole's latest victim was the
Alright,
lawyer,
yeah. That's
Shintani.
about it for me.
The last call he
We'll let
made
this
brings the
cutscene
case
play
that
out.
ruined Yagami 3 years ago.
See what's going on in the
back to
beginning
the
of this
surface.
chapter. But after that, I'm gonna take my
A
ass to
patient was
bed,
taken from a
'cause I got
hospital
work in the
and
morning.
found buried in the mountains.
But for anyone
Yagami
who
defended the
hasn't
suspect,
liked
Shinpei Okubo, and got an acquittal.
my
But
channel,
1 month
please
later,
like this video
he
and
murdered
subscribe
his
to the channel if
girlfriend
you're
Emi
not already,
Terasawa
or
with
don't.
a kitchen knife
Whatever.
and burned the
That's,
remains.
Free country. We's on chapter 6. Conclusion. I seem like I'm very
I'd like to
close
speak
the
to you
end.
as a material witness
Oh,
to the
no, it's
murder of the
conclusion
lawyer
of a
Masamichi
trial?
Shintani.
Is that so?
No, just kidding.
I'm Hoshino, an
Conclusion
attorney
of
at Genda
everything?
Law
This is
Office.
the last chapter?
Officer, is this interview voluntary or...
It is.
It's your call, Yagami-san.
I think I'll pass.
Excuse me?
You have your answer, sir. You can go now.
You can make this easier if you come now. Next.
Your empty threats don't mean much to a lawyer.
Can you take this elsewhere? I really must be...
Too bad he's not a lawyer anymore, then. Your friend's nothing now. Just come along quietly. I'll come back with a warrant if I have to.
I'd like to see... Why do you suspect me anyway? I bet you don't even have a reason.
I can come up with a few good ones.
Enough! Get the hell out of my office.
You'll regret this, Yagami.
Kuroiwa-san.
Oh, he just growled?
You two, out.
Before we go, can we speak to Shono-san for a sec? We need to know why Shintani...
Listen, I already told you he doesn't know. Get it through your skull. Now, please leave.
No problem.
This is really getting out of hand, don't you think? I can't believe that detective thinks you're a material witness.
Yeah. I don't know what he's talking about. But what I'm more interested in is how he even knew where to find me.
That's a good point. How would the police know we were here?
Beats me. For now, let's focus on Shono, though. It would be a waste coming here and not talking to him.
Agreed. Let's see if the receptionist can help us.
Well, I might as well. This fucking building. I might as well get out of this building. Okay.
Can I help you?
Alright,
Actually,
I'm
I've
not
already
done
been here.
yet.
I was just with Director
But I'm
Keto.
close to it.
Remember?
Oh, of course. Did you...
Well, not exactly. I'd actually like to speak to Shono-san, the 89 researcher. Where would I be able to find him?
Let me see. That should be the reason.
Probably need a gold keycard to get in there, huh?
That's correct, sir. I should be able to lend you one with the director's approval, though. Just give me a moment to ask. Could you tell me your name, sir?
Actually, never mind. Kido-san seemed pretty busy earlier. I'll try back later.
Are you sure, sir?
Good call. There's no chance Kido-san would let us in.
At least now we know where Shono is.
Yeah. I wonder if there's a map around here somewhere.
Suspicious.
Here we are.
What the? Suspicious. The service entrance parking lot. All the delivery people come in and out through here. This is where Okubo's truck was parked 3 years ago. Suspicious. This leads to the research wing.
The receptionist said he would be in the protein abnormalities lab, right? Huh. Well, I guess that's not on this map.
This goes over to the hospital. I think Waku-san was up on the 4th floor. Suspicious. Director Kido's office. We were just in there. Hey, this is where we are now, the ADDC lobby. What the? Some kind of security gate, huh? The research wing must be just past there.
Oh, it's not investigation. I was not reading the side of the screen.
Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am?
This is one of Shono-san's researchers. She was just about to return to the lab.
Oh?
My name's Hashimoto. I can show you into Dr. Shono's lab if you'd like.
Got that gold card.
Are you sure?
Of course.
Great. We'll take you up on that.
Wonderful. Hashimoto-san just happened to be passing through.
Thank you.
Gotcha, bitch.
Right this way.
I really appreciate this, Hashimoto-san. I'm Yagami.
And I'm Hoshino, from the Genda Law Office. Thank you for doing this.
Oh, don't mention it. I'm glad to help a guest of Director Kido's. This place is so massive, you practically need a tour guide to get around. I hope you're okay with walking.
So, Hashimoto-san, what kind of work do you yourself do here?
I'm part of the team developing 89. Dr. Shono is the head of that team, but I'm pretty new around here.
Speaking of, what exactly does AD9 stand for?
Well, the AD comes from the name of the center. The Advanced Drug Development Center, ADDC. And it's the 9th drug our department's developed.
Oh, that was surprisingly easy.
It'll be the first dementia-curing drug on the market, right? Seems like it's really getting fast-tracked because of that. But there's a lot riding on this one, right? It could finally cure Alzheimer's disease.
That's right. Do you know how many dementia patients there are in Japan alone?
A couple 100,000 at least. Maybe even in the millions?
Right. As of 2012, there were 4.62 million.
That many?
By 2025, that number will increase to at least 7 million, potentially up to 13 million, including at-risk patients. That's 1 in every 9 people.
Yikes.
I remember.
However, as a nation, we're already at capacity in caring for these patients. In many cases, people over 60 are stuck looking after their dementia-struck parents in their own homes. Worldwide, it's estimated there will be 135 million patients by the year 2050. It's staggering. In other words, AD9 could save the world. This could be a real miracle.
I gotta say, this is making me feel kinda bad about how we treated Kido-san back there.
Director Kido will go down in history if we achieve this.
A lot's changed in 3 years. The bastard's really made a name for himself.
Be nice.
Dr. Shono is right over there. Well, if you'll excuse me.
Alright, yo. It's time. Good night, everybody. It's bedtime.